This is part 2 of the City in the Sky. We're not really going to get anything in this part. We're kind of just working our way towards the...
But still an awesome video.
But it's still a great video. It's still a great video. And one thing I like that you have to watch out for that's kind of new to at least this Zelda game, I think, is some of those platforms you just saw us run over fell.
Yeah, the falling blocks.
As soon as you ran over them. And that's something I feel like hasn't been in a lot of Zelda games in the past.
No, not really.
And thankfully it's only in a couple of rooms.
Well, they really couldn't fall anywhere because we've not been in the sky, though, either.
That's a good point. Where are they going to fall?
I guess they've been on different levels to where they could fall, so...
Yeah, the fall is much longer.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
It's just a nice little touch, I feel like, to mix up the dungeon a little bit.
And there's actually a room, one of my favorite rooms in this whole dungeon we'll be entering here in a little while. It's like a big, I don't know if it's a main room exactly, but there's a big room where you just go down a bunch of levels. It's just a huge room with these wind tunnels through it. It's just really a cool place.
It's great. You'll see that a little bit into this video, like you said. It's just a great, great room. And very central to this dungeon as well. Yeah. We have to work our way down and back up it again. And
the first time I played this game, those tower worms, I didn't know how to kill them. Like, I think I learned at the Forest Temple, but I forgot about completely. I don't even want to tell you how many times I jumped across, and those things just dealt with me.
I totally forgot, though, about the boomerang as well. They just sucks them right out of there.
Yeah. Like I said, like, there's those items that, like, you know, it makes us upset, and the boomerang's always one of them. Like, when you get it, and you just don't use it a lot throughout the rest of the game. Yeah. And just, we hadn't used it that much up until that.
Hardly at all.
Until right here where we had to use it, and so I just kind of didn't even think about using it.
I know.
I forgot about those enemies, basically.
I don't think they've been in here since one of the first dungeons. Since probably the Forest Temple, like you said. So the boomerang, you're right. The boomerang is always one that feels like it gets neglected a little.
It was actually probably one of the better the better boomerangs, I guess, in this game, because there's a lot of Zelda games where you don't even use the boomerang. Minish Cap looking at you. Yeah. Red doesn't know this yet, but yeah, it's pretty much like a waste in the Minish Cap.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
It is. It is.
Then again, I feel like it kind of gets wasted in a lot of games, though. So
it does. It
is what it is. Now, I do kind of think I mentioned a minute ago about the bricks that fall down, and they're colored gray, but there's also some of these gray bricks that don't fall. So it's
it's like more of a bluish color, the ones that fall, right?
I think it's a hair of a different shade, but it's something you can't just like look. Oh, it's a grayish colored tile. It's gonna fall on me, or it's a grayish colored tile. It's safe. It's like no, you kind of got to pay a little bit of attention. It starts moving as soon as you land on it, like that does right there.
And going along with that whole element of danger that I mentioned in part 1, like I love how some of the I don't love it. I hate it actually when I'm playing it. But when I sit here commentating, I love how narrow some of the paths are. Yes. Like to jump on. And I just got so lucky right here because these dudes actually take a long time. But I shot one with a bomb arrow, and then the other idiot, his friend, just goes like I guess running after him to save him, and just runs right off the edge.
I don't know where he thought he was going.
I was sitting there when I did it. I was just like, wow, that worked out pretty well.
That did work out great.
Because like you can't once you shoot one of them, it attracts the other one. Yeah. And so, but yeah.
Well, it's pretty cool though that you can just jump in there and kill one without even them moving at all.
Because those enemies, I don't know what those are called.
Liz out?
No, they're the Denalphos there's something like that. But those enemies, they're kind of tough because I think those are the ones that have armor on them.
I believe so too. I think they have the shield or like the big arm brace or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, how these Ukus managed to get themselves captured in this little cage to begin with, I don't know.
Well, there's nobody up here, but they're the monsters. The monsters hang up here because of some mirror Twilight stuff. That you know how it all works. There's some evil always possessing something in Zelda games.
Well, the monsters were smart enough to lock these guys up. They weren't smart enough to not commit suicide as soon as their buddy.
Roger, no!
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I don't know. I used Roger. That was the first name that came to my head.
Hey, it's a good one. It's a good one. You're humanizing the enemy.
Well, the enemy just runs off.
And I really loved what we in that previous room right there where we jumped across with the Uku, and we mentioned we liked flying with the Ukus. Yeah. But like when you hit the wind shaft, it like shot you back up, and it's like I think that was well done in this dungeon. It also kind of reminded me of when you use the magic leaf in Wind Waker. Yeah, the same way. You hit like a tempest or an air shaft, and it sprays you up.
Oh, okay.
So I thought it was obviously since the Wind Waker came before this, I thought they took.
Well, not for us, but
not for us.
Yes, the games came out in that order.
In the game orders, it's like they took that concept and recycled it for this game as well, and I thought it was well done.
It kind of takes you back to the Wind Temple. Remember that big old main room where it had that big old air shaft that shot you all the way up. So kind of just smaller scale, but we always love those little flashbacks.
Exactly. It's just little things that tie the games together a little bit that don't have anything to do with story or plot or anything like that.
And man, I hated flying with these things.
Really? I like it.
Like they're just like, well, like I just wanted to go down. I mean, I guess you can release them, but I found them hard to control, really.
Well, and plus it cracked me up, and this happened to you once or twice in the video. But
no, it doesn't.
Through no fault of your own. No, not your fault at all. Like, once you set them down, they wander off the nearest ledge.
Yes, yeah.
And then you're like, you gotta go and hookshot
They're like the emu we just killed.
Yeah,
everybody's running to their deaths in this dungeon.
I know, at least these guys have wings and they can land.
Apparently they don't like this dungeon at all, because they all just want to die.
But it cracks me up, like, as soon as you set them down, like, I know you just mentioned you could just release them and it'd be fine. But no, sometimes as soon as you set them down, they just wander right off the nearest ledge, and then you gotta hookshot them right back to you.
And sometimes those angles can be a little bit tough.
Yep.
But at least we're able to collect rupees. There's so many rupees I got in this game when my wallet was too full.
Yeah.
And it used to make me so mad when I get those like purples or orange ones or whatever. And there's some accuracy right there for you, Red.
And you must have bought something, because by the time we get to the next dungeon, we're back full on rupees again, just about. I don't think we were able to collect any in the next dungeon.
Yeah,
at
sure.
all. But yeah, you're only at like 600 or something right now.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't know how you're. Well, I will say this. This is something I noticed kind of prepping for this. There are so many treasure chests in this dungeon that have rupees. And
there's a lot of those in the whole game. Like in every single dungeon.
And I feel like we've complained about that in a few of the dungeons before, but it's just, I feel like it was more noticeable in this one for some reason.
I think we actually have complained about it. I love this little cinematic like, where it actually brings the pots back down and shows them, and also makes a sound they'll break it.
I like that. I thought that was pretty funny.
That was something Nintendo could just shop in the air and no one ever thought about.
Or not even put pots there at all.
Well, yeah,
I mean, there's no reason to, but
pots flying up in the air and coming down and breaking are a lot cooler, though.
I agree. I thought that was a pretty neat little touch by them. Just attention to detail.
Yes, it is. And I do hate, like, you know, like we obviously mentioned, like us, like in the whole outside parts. We do spend a lot of time inside in this video right here, so
yeah,
it's not bad, but just. I mean, a lot of it took part outside, but I wish I wish the whole thing would take part outside, I guess.
That'd have been an interesting dungeon. I'd be curious to see how that would work. Has that ever been
Maybe
done?
the next Zelda game. Not the whole dungeon. I think this is probably the dungeon that we're outside in the most, unless you can think of one.
Not off the top of my head. I mean, there's very
Stone Tower we are a lot because you flip it and then the sky, they want to show the image of the sky.
It's at least open roof.
Yeah. But I think this is the dungeon. I mean, right here, okay, is this considered the outside right here or not? I would say this is the outside because anything that has an opening to the outside atmosphere, I guess, I consider outside.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And this is the room that we mentioned near the beginning of this video as like a big central room that we both loved. And I don't know how else to call it. It looks like a giant like shaft, I guess, in the middle of this dungeon.
That's a great way of describing it.
Yeah, it's a good description. But it's cool though how right now, before we get the hookshot, or the second hookshot rather.
Yeah.
We're like working our way all the way to the bottom of this this big room, and once we get the second hookshot, we'll be able to work our way back up and access a door we couldn't earlier. So I like how we're going to pretty much explore every bit of this room.
And in part one, we mentioned like how the verticality of this place we really like, and this is really the first place we get to see it. I think.
In its entirety.
Yeah, in its entirety. Like this really adds like, okay, there are a lot of levels to this place.
Yeah.
And so it really just comes and pops right here.
Yeah, and it's just like that opening cinematic when you first come into this room. I mean, it's just it shows the entire thing. You're just like, wow, this is cool.
And then the fact that there's no bottom on this place whatsoever.
You just one of these ledges and you're in trouble.
Like I said, I just love that element throughout the whole dungeon.
Yep. Plus, just seeing the birds flying around in here too. It's just, even though they're annoying as heck and give us some fits.
They're a little bit annoying, but oh well.
I mean, thankfully, like you said, we do take the time, and sometimes it takes a long time, but we take the time to kill them before they can become a factor, though. That's like the advantage of shooting them from a distance, even though, yes, it did take us a little longer, and yes,
the keys are even harder to do.
Oh my god, yeah. But either way, this wraps up part 2.